morning, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Morning, good morning. Mike, are you streaming this out? Mike Cruisevet. Forgot I have two mics in here.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to type it in right now.
Okay, all right. I didn't see you up there. I just want to let you know it's turned on. All right, so I'm going to hop over to the chat while he's getting set up and say hello to a few people that are in here. We got Latoya in here. Hello, hello. And we've got Cruise Nuts in here. And
Hello.
Got Bama Nola. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. Scroll on down here. We got Danny D in the house. Good morning, Danny D. And I did go watch your short yesterday, Danny. So hopefully you started to get some views yesterday and it spiked up later in the day. That's what mine have been doing. So hopefully that worked for you the other day. Let's see. Scrolling on down here. We got Clock. Hello, Clock.
Hello.
Morning.
We've got Orange Clone Vlog. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully you are safe this morning. I saw you had some storms going on last night. So hopefully all is good. We got Betty J Gathers in the house. Good morning, Betty.
Morning.
We've got, and thanks for checking on me this morning, Betty. She knew I wasn't feeling well last night. So thank you for checking in on me with your text this morning. We got Endony Gymnastics in the house. Good morning.
Morning.
And actually, I think it's night where they are. So good evening. We got the Z Show in the house. Good morning, Z.
Z-Man.
Sherry, I love how you keep your intro very short. Yes. You like that? Danny put that together, the countdown. I did not do that. I will not take credit for that. The Mustard Drill. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Scott.
Good morning.
And we got Law Jones in the house. Good morning, Law Jones.
Morning.
And just scrolling on down here. Okay, so Orange Cone says they are fine. Good, good, good. Good morning, Big Mike. Which one's big? Which Big Mike are you talking to? There's two mics in the house. Which one, Z?
Well, I appreciate that. I'll take
it. Cruise Nuts. They're asking if you're going live. What's going on, Cruise Nuts? You going live? Scroll. Okay, we are down to the bottom of the chat. So you guys went till 2:00 this morning. Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was like 2:15, something like that. I'm tired.
I bet.
I got up at 8.
So just so everybody knows that just came in this morning. Clock, did you pin that link too?
Yes.
Okay. So Clock and I on both of our channels have the link posted for tonight's show at 6 p.m. Make sure whoever's channel you're in, you go in and click that notification bell for 6 o'clock tonight. We will be introducing three channels under 1,000 hours. It will be a 3-hour show from 6 to 9, and at each hour a new person will come up that's under 1,000 hours. And we're going to highlight their channels. So make sure you check that out.
1,000
starting
subscribers.
At 6. That's what I said, right?
You said 1,000 hours.
Oh, sorry. 1,000 subscribers, not 1,000 hours. So make sure you check that out. Click on that bell. And we'll see you at 6 o'clock tonight. Big Mike that lives in the greatest state of Texas. So that would be Cruisevet.
me.
Yep. I'm humongous, Mike.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Busy today. Already changed my channel logos. Taking Coco to the vet now. Getting prescription. Going to pick up my new streaming laptop. Unfortunately, it's not a Mac. And later off to dinner. Cool, cool. Well, we hope you can stop by tonight at some point to our 6 o'clock show. 6 o'clock Eastern time, guys. Sorry, I didn't say Eastern. Not going live this morning. Got too many things to do while chatting. All right. We're going to still wait for that live you've promised us, Cruise Nuts. I am Mike too.
And in Texas.
Yeah.
So we got
Good
three
point.
mics. 3 mics are in the house. So Mike Clock, where are you on your watch hours this morning? Actually, I'm not going to call them watch hours anymore. I want to call them support hours.
Support hours.
Because we're supporting him.
Let me check just to make sure nothing else changed. I need 33.
All right. He needs 33 more hours, everybody. If anyone in the chat after the live can go over and watch a few of his videos to crank up some of those hours, that would be awesome.
I appreciate it. I don't know if I really need it at this point, but the way YouTube is about stealing my hours from me, every little bit helps until I'm actually over that line and I've got the letter saying you're accepted in the partners program. I will be doing a live probably next Sunday with the wife and doing some giveaways for reaching my monetization. Nothing real big. I wanted to give away tumblers, but my brother wasn't able to get them ready yet. So I got some luggage tags, the nice hard plastic ones, and a couple lanyards and some magnets for decorating your room. A couple little things.
So what's your, after you get monetized, which is hopefully today, what is your live schedule going to be, Clock? Or I'll call you Clocky since everyone's starting to call you Clocky. What's your live schedule going to be?
It'll be the Sundays, and then if we'll do our Saturday show once a month, and then it's going to be just a matter of if somebody wants me on live, then I'll go on the live. But other than that, I want to step back and try to make some videos to put out because I've been kind of focusing on my hours and fell behind on actually making the videos. But also, I also struggle with trying to help people out and being in their lives, and then I get sidetracked on doing my videos. I'm going to have to put it on a TV or something out of the way so that I'm not getting distracted. I'll run your playlist on the TV or something, and then I can actually work on a video. So.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to focus on the hours and get them out of the way. Because starting in October will be my big hit, my next big hit of losing hours. So if you didn't know, if you've been on YouTube for over 365 days, you start losing hours from some of the watch hours you've already gained. So I posted a lot last October. So all those hours are going to start to fall off. So I'm really going to start focusing on hours for the next month, 2 months versus content because I've got to get the hours in and then go like Clock did and then go back and start. Because I want to say 1,200 hours to reach my, or maybe it's 1,400, something like that, to reach my 4,000 hours. So October is my next big hit. So I've got to push for October to get these hours in. So you might see me doing some pop-up lunchtime stuff like I did this week. I did 2 or 3 this week at lunchtime. So you might see my face a lot, guys. Sorry about that, but got to do what you got to do, right? Sam Bang, welcome in. We've got Scratch and Pete in the house. Welcome in.
What's going on, Pete?
Howdy.
Betty, you are so close to those hours. Yes, he is. I wish I was that close. I told Danny yesterday, I don't care where we are, but I'm going to just start turning the camera on everywhere I am and do a lot. Not everywhere, but I go to the beach, I'm doing a live at the beach. If I'm on a walk, I might do a live on a walk. Anywhere I could get some hours where there's not music playing. Like next week, I think we're going to go to Disney, so I'll probably do a live at Disney. Let's see. Scratch and Pete saying hi to everybody. Z, when I get monetized, I'm going live every morning. I'm definitely doing prime time. Well, good, because I haven't seen a prime time in a while. Z, you need to get back to that prime time. I lose every week. Watch our subs, views. Yeah, I lost six subs this morning when I logged in. So I'm with you, Cruise Nuts. Bye, Orange Vlog. Have a wonderful day. Use your GoPro hat, Sherry. Keep it running. Yeah. Breaking news. I booked my hotel room for the Carnival Jubilee, December 23rd. I thought you already booked that the other day, Z. Where are you staying, Z? Are you on that one? Are you on the New Year's one clock?
Yeah, I'm on the one after.
Cruise Vet. Okay.
Yeah, the week after.
So Cruise
I think he said
Nuts.
he was staying at the Wyndham or something like that.
So Cruise Nuts is on the one with Z. I get all of my mics confused. Okay.
A lot of mics.
YouTube algo is so unfair sometimes. Yeah, it's like my hours go up and then I lose subs. I gain subs, my hours go up. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'll gain I'll gain like 5 or 6 subscribers sometimes, and then the next day I'll lose like 3 or 4 of them. So it's just a constant back and forth.
That's how mine are. I gained 7, lost I gained 10 last night. I think I lost 6. I was at 855. Now I'm at 847.
A lot of the subscriber things, they see you in the chats, they want to connect with you, they go over there and they hit subscribe. They don't end up watching something, and then
you've got to watch something, guys, or it does not stick. Unless you're in a live, right, and you're subscribed to the person that's running the live, that posting the live, you're all right. But other than that, you have to watch something. You only need 3,000 hours instead of 4. No, that's not true, Z. You need 3,000 just to get super chats. To be fully monetized, you need 4,000. You still need 4,000 hours, Z. That's just to get your super chats and your stickers for 3,000.
And your memberships, I think.
And your memberships. But for people for you to get paid on your actual videos, you have to have 4,000 hours, Z. Good morning, Warmstrong.
Morning, Bill.
Morning, Bill.
Bill's probably just waking up, getting his coffee, rolling out of bed.
Yeah, this is odd for him to be up this early.
I know. So Clock, you're not going to do your live tomorrow night,
no,
right?
I'm going to see Penn and Teller tomorrow. So it's during that time, so I'm not going to be able to do my live. I might throw a short out there from MGM while I'm there. I normally try to get the new every season they change the atrium area. So I normally try to get up there each season and do a little short on it. But that's about it.
Okay, so somebody can go live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I think we're going to the beach tomorrow, but I don't know what time or what we're doing. The weather's been so weird here the last couple of days. It's like the sun is out and 15 minutes later it's pitch dark outside. Yes, he's staying at the Wyndham on Galveston Island.
Yeah, I thought I had heard him say that before.
Mm-hmm. So do you drive in the day of Cruise Vet, or do you go and stay over? How far are you from the port?
I'm an hour and a half, so I just get up early in the morning and drive on down. I mean, there has been There have been a couple times where I went ahead and got a room down there just to make things easier the next morning.
Yeah, when we leave out of Port Canaveral, it's about 2.5 hours. We'll go the day of. Um, I'm questionable because we're going out of Miami on Carnival, and we've never left out of Miami. So I'm thinking we're going to drive down the night before. I mean, it is only 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours, but I'm kind of nervous about it since we've never been and I don't know what to expect. It's just Miami is so expensive to stay.
Yeah.
I drive to Bayonne the morning of. That's 4 hours and 20 minutes. Just
Really? So maybe
yeah.
that's
I mean,
what we should do.
I get up early for work anyway, so getting up that day and leaving like I'm going for work, it's no difference. And I'm still up there. I think this last time we got up there like 9 o'clock, so you couldn't even really do anything anyway. We actually had to wait to park because all the people were coming out from the ship.
Yeah, that's where I'm torn. If we should go the night, like leave really early that morning and drive, or go the night before. But then I thought, I was talking to Bill about this last night. Maybe we should just rent a car instead of paying for the parking, drive down the night before, dump the car, and then just take a shuttle right to the port and be done with it. And not have to pay for the parking. Because the parking in Miami is expensive.
That's what Tony from Lolly to Logan does sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's what we might do because it'll be cheaper to rent a car and dump it, I think, than pay for the parking down there. Not dump it, but return it. And then get a rental car to come back. So thinking about doing that. I mean, I'm gonna look into that today actually.
Our parking at Bayonne was $200 last cruise.
For how
And
many
that's what I
days?
think.
That was 9. It's $30 a day.
And that's what I think this is like $25 or $30 a day in Miami. But they do have some hotels there that do the park and you can stay and leave your car there for the week, but they still charge you. I mean, it's not as much as the port would charge me, but
Yeah.
I mean, still, if I can rent a car for $100, it's going to be cheaper either way to do that than any of it, you know? And it's not like we have a car full of people. I can rent a small car. It's just the two of us with one suitcase each. It's not like I have to rent an SUV or, you know what I mean?
I think it cost me about $150 for 7 days to park down in Galveston usually.
That's not too bad. I know Tampa is only like $12 to park your car. Bayonne is 2.5 hours from me, but I often stay the night before just for convenience. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe even staying in Fort Lauderdale and drive. Because what is that, like 30 minutes from the port in Miami? Fort Lauderdale's a little
Yeah, I could
cheaper.
definitely see going down the day early. If people were going down early and they were going to have a get together or something like that the night before, do dinner or something, then I would definitely go early. But I just don't want to pay that extra hotel rate and all that crap for no reason.
Like when we go on the Utopia out of Port Canaveral, normally we don't leave the night before, but since you guys are all going to be there, we'll probably go the night before and get a hotel, whatever. But
Yep.
And I told Bill, if we coordinate it right, when he flies in, we can just pick him up because we go right past the airport to get there. Then he doesn't have to pay for the shuttle or any of that crap.
Hey, for that group cruise on the Utopia. So the first leg is what, 3 days or 4 days?
It's 3 days.
Okay.
It's I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the other one's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, because we get off the ship on Friday.
And then we were going to do Disney, right? That weekend, I think.
That's what the plan is. I said something to my wife and all last night because my son really wants to go, but he's getting an apprenticeship, so it all depends on his day of school. He'll be able to like figure it out once he gets his actual day, whether or not he has school that week that we go. But he just got to make sure that he doesn't miss school because you're only allowed to miss like 1 day a year or 1 day throughout the whole apprenticeship. It's not much.
So that's during Food and Wine Festival too. So that's exciting. So
Yeah.
we'll be at Epcot for Food and Wine. So Cruise Vet, if you're asking questions, are you thinking about joining this group cruise?
Thinking about it. I think
Yay!
the cost of that inaugural is, it's like the more I think. I mean, yeah, would it be great? I would love it, but man, it's hard to justify spending that kind of money for just a little 4-day cruise.
And none of us are on it. You can come hang out with all of us.
Well,
How great is
and
that?
there's that.
And you can do the whole week with us for the same price.
Yeah, I
Oh,
could.
you got
actually.
another one. You got another one right after that, don't you?
So that's September. Well, I got
13th to the 20th.
Yeah, I got the Dream. The Dream is in October 19th. So yeah, I go on the
That's still
Prima, and then I don't have any. Well, I go on the Prima in January, and I got the Dream in October. Right now, I got the Utopia in July, so I could easily move it.
And you still have a kind of a month in between that and the other one. It's not like you get home and 2 days later you leave.
Right.
Hey, something to think about.
Yeah. I mean, I might be calling Bruce. Well, I got to call him anyway and make some payments on some of these other cruises. But
I just paid off my October cruise. Now I've got to pay off my November cruise. And then I'm done for a while. So I get caught back up. We got Law Jones. How far is Bayonne from Port Miami?
Bayonne's in New Jersey.
Question. So how far
Bayonne's
drive is that?
and that's probably like a 20 and a half hour, something like that. I think it takes me 16 hours to get to Miami. It takes me 4 hours and 10 minutes to get to Bayonne. So, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to bypass and save a little bit of time, but it's probably 20 hours.
The muster drill says it's 1,000 miles. Hold on. Sorry, I had a sneeze. Z says to receive super chat, our lives, you only need 500 subscribers. Correct, but you're still not getting paid on your videos. You have to get 4,000 hours to get paid on your content.
And the first thing you need to do, Z, is when you get super chats, you have to wear a dress. That'll get you all the super chats in the world.
It's a good idea.
The PSV, welcome in. Z, just do Uber. You ain't doing an Uber for 1,000 miles. Whew, that would be expensive. I don't even know if they'll do that. Will they?
I don't know.
You only need 500 subscribers. It's 3,000 hours to start getting super chat. Yes, Z, but you don't get paid on your content. Law Jones is saying hello to Warmstrong. Sam Bang, good morning.
Morning.
And Cruise Nuts says anything over 400 miles we fly. Yeah, it's a pain to fly to Miami from here because by the time you get to the airport 2 hours before your flight, you get on the flight, which is 45 minutes, you're already at 3 hours. And then by the time you rent a car or get a shuttle, you're at the same amount of time as it is to drive. So it's pointless to even fly to Miami from here, if you ask me. It's the same amount to drive, and at least you have your car, and it's more expensive to fly than it is to drive. So Z, I'm talking about you and Danny. Yeah, well, that's what I gotta get to 3,000 first, Z. I'm getting there. I'm at 20. What did I say this morning? 28. Where am I? Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. I'm at 26.54 for hours. So if anybody could give me some watch/support hours, that would be awesome.
1346.
Yeah.
What you need.
And then I need to get to 1,000 subscribers, which I keep losing subscribers, and then I have 4,000 watch hours, and we'll be good. Then I can start getting some content out there. And I think, hold on, I'm going to turn off. I'm going to mute. You guys talk for a second. I'll go blow my nose.
All right.
So you said that the first sailing of Utopia was 2,500. Is that what the deal was?
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of an impulse thing anyway. I was up late doing some other stuff, and then Royal sent me that email like, "Hey, you need to book right now." And I was like, "What?" And I forgot that it was open. So I jumped over there, saw it, threw my little $100 down, but yeah, for an interior, it was 2,500.
And that's for the 4-day sailing or 3-day sailing?
That's for the 4-day. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, I mean, so as time has gone on, and the more I keep thinking about it, it's like, man, that's an awful lot. And then I'm also doing that World America one.
Yeah.
And I could have got that one cheaper because it was 1,300 for an ocean view, but then they offered me like some upgrade, like it gets you access to all this other stuff. And since I hadn't done MSC before, I thought, well, I'll do the upgrade, see what that's all about.
Okay.
But the only thing about that one is I don't get like any kind of drink package with that, so that's kind of.
You didn't get the free drinks and Wi-Fi?
I might have to go back and look at it. I don't think so. But
yeah, you got to check on that because they're still running that, so you should still be able to add that on there. I
need to call them and ask, because I've never, like I said, that's the first time I've ever messed with MSC before. So
I paid. I'm in an interior, but I paid like $17.48 or something, and that's including my drinks and Wi-Fi for 2 people in an interior.
That's good. That's a good price.
Yeah, especially for an inaugural.
Right.
So you could do both, Cruise Vet. You could do the inaugural and you can do the September Utopia.
No, it's either going to be one or the other. But I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, I'll probably switch it over to the group cruise.
So, and I saw Alaska, or not saw, but I was where was I the other day? Oh, I went to my nail appointment. And the nail lady told me that for 2 of them, and I don't know what cruise line she priced out, but to go to Alaska was like $4,000, I think, just for the cruise. And I was like, dang, I'm glad I went last year because prices now for Alaska are crazy.
Mine's $7,500.
I did not pay
for 3 of us, and that includes my airfare, but still. Trust me, I'm crying every time I look at that price.
I think I paid like $1,600 or $1,700 for that Alaska cruise I did last year.
Yeah, that's what we paid. We paid about the same amount. And when she told me that, I was like, dang, that's gone up so much.
It's mainly because we're doing peak season and everything else like that because of school being out and stuff like that.
Well, that's true. We did go
if you look
September.
At a couple weeks beforehand or a little while later on at the end of the season, then it's a lot cheaper. But then we wouldn't have all the people that are going to be on it, like Jennifer and Andrew and JNS and
right,
Bruce and stuff. So
yeah, I did the last sailing last year, so I think that's why I got such a good deal.
And I did the one right before him. It was September. September is usually cheaper.
It's the same way if you want to do a northern Atlantic cruise. if you book those last couple ones at the end of the season, they're cheap. Like you get like 9 days for like right around $1,000.
Good morning, the Bud Files, and good morning, Will G. Welcome in. So if you're just coming in, just so you know, we are doing a 3-hour live tonight. Me and Clock Family Adventures and Embarkation Nation will be highlighting 3 channels that are going to come on, talk about their channels. You can ask them questions. They are under 1,000 hours. I'm sorry, 1,000 subscribers. Caught myself this time, Clock. So go, Clock and I have both pinned the link to the show at the top of our chat. So make sure you click on that notification bell. And we could help them grow. So make sure you check that out tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Now I forgot. I don't remember. I'm still on my first cup of coffee, so I'm still waking up.
Yeah, I'm hurting.
I bet if you guys were up till 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to get up. Like, well, my plan was to get up really, really early and start mowing the grass this morning. But when my alarm went off, I just kept laying there. There was just no motivation to get up out of bed.
Me either. Felt like really run down yesterday. My throat was bothering me. Now today it's all in my nose. And so this morning I was like, I did not want to wake up, but I'm here. So hopefully this is not the beginning and the end of whatever I have going on in here, because I really don't want a cold right now. But Danny just got over one. So I hope I didn't catch it. But he started like all congested and stuff and a fever and all that crap. I don't have that, knock on wood. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything new over here in the chat. Nope. So what you got going on today, Clock?
I actually don't really have anything planned today. I'm probably just gonna try to work on some YouTube stuff. And then of course our live tonight. But yeah, nothing really planned.
What you gonna do, Cruise Vet?
Well, they I don't know, Z's got some sort of live going on too, and he had invited me over there, so I think he's got some kind of, I think it's like a tech show or something, so I might go join him for that. And other than that, maybe I'll tackle the yard this afternoon, but I'm kind of thinking about putting it off till tomorrow.
Yeah, we're supposed to get rain this afternoon. That's why we were supposed to go to the beach today. But it's supposed to rain, so I think we're gonna do the beach tomorrow. I need to run to Sam's Club today. I gotta run some errands, so I might just do that today and then come back and rest before our show tonight. I don't want to overdo it. That was the other thing. I didn't want to do this, run to the beach, come back, and just be like whatever for tonight. So,
Yep.
See Me Traveling is in the house. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm not quite sure what that last statement meant. Kurt,
Yeah, I was.
could you elaborate?
It's got a question for us.
Oh, destination fun. How you MFers doing? Clock, why don't you answer that?
I'm tired, Kurt. I'm tired. Eddie cut me up all night again. He twisted my arm.
And then Eddie didn't show up this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, so he kept Clock up, and then Eddie didn't show up.
What happens when you're the Pineapple King?
Yeah.
True. Z's recovering today. Recovering from what? A workout or alcohol? Oh, he said workout.
Workout.
Yeah.
He's been in those workout videos in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
Got to push it to the limit.
Yeah, that's probably why he hadn't done his prime times. I'll try to catch the 3 o'clock. I might be out running some errands today, but I will try to catch it.
You know,
What time did they?
Go ahead.
No, go on. Clock.
You know, Z, if you dress like Richard Simmons, that'll draw some viewers in too. So I think that'd be the key right there. Dress like Richard Simmons, and that'll get you going.
Sweating to the oldies.
Yep.
Will G, what time did they finish last night?
2:15, roughly 2:15, 2:10, 2:15, something like that.
That's late. What did you guys talk about till 2:15?
Everything and nothing at all.
Look at that. Mustard Drill was there till that time, right? And he's up. Where's Eddie?
Yeah.
Right? Mustard Drill's up. Hey, Mike and Rihanna.
It's not like he's
welcome
not
in.
going to take a nap later on. He should have been here.
Right. Right. You know he's not going to get out there and cut the grass like he said he's going to be doing for the last 2 weeks. We know that's not what he's doing right now. Oh, so you're up. Mustard Drill's up. Mike and Rihanna are up, even though they weren't in there. They were in the show, even though they weren't on the panel. So where's Eddie?
I think we should show that little note right there that Z put up there to Eddie later on.
I know Eddie's a rookie. Y'all can I beat my time? Yeah, what happened? I thought somebody said Eddie was doing a 12-hour live last night. What happened to that?
I got in there last night and instigated it too. I was like, oh, I'm here for the long haul. Let me go get some coffee.
Yeah, because somebody said he was doing a 12-hour live. I guess that didn't happen because 12 hours would have been 10 this morning, right? Because he started at what, 10 last night? Yeah. I just got out of the garden. We're going to do some canning and process some tomatoes. Ooh, you should do a video on that because I don't know how to do that. You should totally do a video on that, Kurt and Marcia. I wouldn't even know where to start doing that.
Kurt, what are you bringing us for the booze cruise? What are you canning for us?
Are they driving or are they flying?
I think they're driving.
Flying, that'd be weight.
I think they're driving.
Oh, they're driving. Yeah, they can bring that stuff. And
I think they're going to hook up with, well, originally there was plans for them to hook up with Josh and Chastity from Moonlight Adventures, but I don't know whether that's come to fruition or not. That they once mentioned it, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not.
So Kurt and Marcia, I don't know if you guys are retired military, but somebody told us last night, if you're retired, is it military? Is that right?
Yeah.
That you park for free at the port in New Orleans.
I think you just have to be a veteran. Don't necessarily have to be retired. I've heard that too. I need to check into that because that would save me on some parking.
Yeah.
You driving there?
Check that out.
That's more than likely that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Just driving in.
How far is that for you?
That's about 6 hours for me.
I got you. It's like 10.5 for me, so
but it's easy. It's a nice, easy drive. Because once you jump on 10, 10 and then hit the 12. Or not the 12, but the 10. Sorry.
What's this white lightning you speak of?
So we would watch a tomato. The Gaylors would watch it. See, you should definitely do a video on that. I could bring some salsa, rotel, and white lightning. Yeah, what's white lightning? I don't know what that is either.
Puts you in a good mood.
Yeah, it's a tasty treat.
You might have a headache the next morning.
Bamanola, welcome in. Hey, Leonard Family Fun, welcome in.
Morning.
Morning.
So if you're just coming in, just to reiterate, we are doing a live from 6 to 9 tonight. There's going to be three channels coming on, one every hour to highlight their channels. So make sure you check us out. 6 o'clock Eastern time. And Clock and I both have a link at the top of our channels. If you want to click on that bell, that would be great. We will be driving 12 hours to NOLA. I think Moonlight will be flying now. Oh.
12 hours for y'all? Maybe my number's bad, because it should definitely be way more than what you all have for driving. I'll have to look into it. Maybe mine's 20. I'll definitely have to look into that.
Maybe they're stopping somewhere and coming from somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know.
White lightning is an internal bug repellent.
Yeah. I can see that.
Let's see. Warmstrong. Kerosene equals white lightning. Bama just finished videoing.
Ooh.
And Mike and Rihanna, we have to watch the replay from tonight's live when we get home. Okay. Thank you. Going to a summer fair tonight.
Okay.
I wish we had summer fairs. It's too hot here for that. I thought it was well water.
Depends what state you're in.
I still need
It's already 86 degrees here right now. And it's supposed to get up to like 90 something today. So no fair here. It's either pool, beach, or you're inside.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. If I were Eddie, I would have gotten up 2 hours ago and started mowing the grass, because it's gonna be hot.
I might try some of them Fruity Pebbles.
Might bring a couple of infused pints. What's that? What is that? What's that? What do you mean?
Flavor.
White lightning with fruit in it.
Oh.
Should be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all will have to tell me how it is, because I'm not on that cruise.
Can I bring that on in place of like my wine? You know.
So I can put this out there now that the cruise is done and over with. Some friends of mine have friends that work at the wine place down the street here, and they may have taken bottles of
wine.
Bottles of wine with, say, Fireball mixed in said bottle.
Oh. Well, I mean, not gonna say I've done this, but I know you can go. There's online, and you can buy like these, bottle caps or for wine bottles, and then you put it on and you use the hair dryer, and it seals it. Not saying I've done it, not saying I condone it or endorse it. I've heard some people do that.
Yeah. I've heard the same thing.
Well, they have those. Amazon has those things now you can get too for like wine bottles, right? That seals it even after.
That's what I was talking about. You get them and you slide it on there, and then you take the hair dryer and it kind of seals it,
shrink wraps it or whatever.
Yeah, it makes it look legit.
I want to thank you guys for all your support this week. 85 here in Central Texas. Is it 85 now, or that's supposed to be 85?
It's probably now.
Today. Yeah, I would think now.
It's 84. It's 84 here in Houston right now. So
85 at 10 in the morning.
But yeah, it's 86 here at 10 in the morning. I just finished my lawn, getting ready to go to my daughter's dance recital at 11. Well, at least you'll be inside in the air conditioning, Bama, and not outside.
So it's actually 81 here.
See?
81 with a high of 95.
I'm listening as I get ready. Iron hair for my dental appointment. Exciting, huh? Yeah. You have a dental appointment on Saturday? I didn't even know dentists were open on Saturday. That's cool. I wish mine was open on a Saturday. State lines, Fed laws, breaking the law, family tradition. Let's see. People pack beer and White Claws into a soda 12-pack and glue the end closed. That's brilliant. I never thought about doing that. That's pretty cool. Then show up in the X-ray thing.
Well, they can't tell exactly what it is. It just shows liquid.
I know my luck, the thing would break open,
Mm-hmm.
that would
be carrying it in there and just dump.
Like,
Dump.
You're like, how did that
look?
I just bought that at Walmart.
You got to use super glue or wax. Do a wax. Use a wax gun, maybe. I don't partake much. Just an old vocational skill from my teen years. That must be Kurt, not Marcia.
Mm-hmm. Sure, you don't partake much.
I have been lurking and finishing up a bag of Lego from Temu of a cruise ship. Couple of bags left. Well, thanks for listening, Danny D.
Hey, Danny, how are those Lego sets from Temu? Are they worth buying?
We
I
got
see
one
them all the time.
We just put it together, a Ghostbuster one. Hold on, you guys talk. I'm going to bring it in and show it to you.
Okay. I'm kind of interested to see whether or not it's worth it because they're only a couple of dollars. And Legos are expensive as hell.
Yeah. I haven't messed with Legos in a long time.
Man, I have 3 bags over there in the corner that I said I'm going to put together, and I haven't done it. I got the Home Alone house. I got the Infinity Gauntlet with Iron Man's hand, and I got the Guardians of the Galaxy ship, and then a couple little odds and ends that they gave me free with it when I bought the stuff.
Yeah. I know Z had that huge thing that he was putting together in his living room or whatever.
Mm.
That was a lot of Legos in that thing.
Yeah.
We got the Ghostbuster car.
Oh wow.
So it just
It
like
don't look
regular
bad.
Legos. It came out good. And then it came with the 4 little the people.
Oh, okay.
Ghostbusters.
Uh-huh. So yeah, we got that. So that came out good for us. Looks just like regular Legos. It's not like the car.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
I think this was like $4 or something.
It's a lot of detail.
Uh-huh.
So that same Ghostbusters car, I think, is 106 with Lego.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe a little bit more.
On Temu.
Now, granted,
we
it might
got
be a little bigger.
Temu?
Yep.
Yeah, we got on Temu. Yeah, and I think it looks almost identical to the Lego one. I think that's what Danny said. I don't know. I'd have to ask him, but I think it's identical to it. I don't know if they have Star Wars ones. That would be interesting because the Star Wars ones with Lego are really expensive.
Need a cruise ship one.
Yeah, they need to copy the cruise ships, right? I don't know. They might make it like the one Clock got off of Royal the last time. Got ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened with that?
So I bought my Wonder model because I started collecting the ship models. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get on the ships. I'll go ahead and collect the ship models.
Right.
So I got my Wonder. Wonder's fine. I went on Liberty this last couple weeks ago, and it was only $50, $49. I'm like, man, it was $70 for the one on Wonder. Why is this so much cheaper? Didn't pay any attention to it whatsoever. I get it home, I pull it out, I'm like, where the hell's the water slides? And why the hell is the miniature golf at the back of the ship? So it was the original ship before they did the last renovation in 2016.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, hey, great.
Gotcha.
Yep, they sure did.
And how much did you say that thing was?
It's $50.
But normally it's more than that, right? It's probably like 99 normally, right?
No, normally they're $70. It's like 70 or 80. I think it may have been $79.99 for Wonder, and I got it for like 73 or something. Because once you get to a certain status with Royal, you get 10% off any Royal Caribbean merchandise. So I want to say I paid 73 for my Wonder one, and then I go on there and it's $49. So I paid like $45. So I was like, man, this is much cheaper. I wonder why.
I thought you were getting a good deal.
Yep. They got me.
They're like, yeah, just keep those old ones out there. They'll buy it.
Yep.
We usually buy a Christmas ornament from every ship, but I've never bought the little model things.
Well,
sometimes they have them like the Christmas ornament model. You know what I mean? Like we'll get those, but he's going to show us.
So I got this as the breakaway. It's just a keychain, but I mean, it serves a purpose. It was detailed and all.
Right.
So I could deal with this because it's nice and small. I go on a bunch of ships. It's not going to take up a bunch of room. Now this takes up a lot of room.
Yeah.
And of course, like I said, the miniature golf is up here now, not back here. And there's water slides back here, and they're not even on it. So,
well, it's an antique, it's
yeah.
You can tell people, hey, this is what it used to look like.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so maybe they'll come out with the new one, and then you can have both of them.
Before and after.
How about no?
You'll have to go back on the ship though to get it.
It'd be okay if I got the Oasis one because I actually went on Oasis before they did the amp and after they did the amp. So I've been on both ways of the Oasis, but I did not go on the ship when it was like that.
Yeah, I was only on Oasis before they did it.
Maybe I'll just stick to the scratch offs.
But I should look on Temu. Maybe they do have the cruise ships on there. I doubt it, but I didn't even think to look to see if they had the Lego for them on there. They might have a
Royal has Lego sets in their little store there. It's not Lego brand. It's some other thing, and the ship just so generic and fun. Like it doesn't even look like a cruise ship, really. Like I can't believe they're even selling these things.
Yeah. Will G, high is supposed to be 101. Woo. Rooted in essential oils. Good morning. Welcome in.
Morning.
Bamanola, it's 92 here at 9:15.
Wow.
No, thank you.
Mustard drill, West Virginia values, Kurt. Just a cleaning, perfect for those that work. That's what I'm saying, Leonard Family Fun. That's exactly. That would be perfect if mine was open because I work Monday through Friday. I don't tell or talk much on all of these social medias. Whatever, Kurt. Let's see. No, and they're worth buying. What's worth buying? The Legos?
Yeah.
I guess that's probably what she's talking about.
The Legos from Temu.
Yep.
When you went and grabbed yours, I asked her if they were worth getting. 'Cause she said she's got a bunch of them.
There is a video of all the Legos I did on my channel. I'll have to check it out. The two share is pretty. I didn't put it together. Danny did, but it looked pretty easy. I can't talk about it being easy though, because I wouldn't. Lego and the floor will make you lose your. I have the Friends Cafe, the Perk Cafe one. That took me forever to put together, and it was expensive.
Way to incorporate REM in there, Kurt. You know I hate REM.
Well, those guys that do are cheap. David watching Jerry Springer. I don't know what he's talking about. You guys are cracking me up. Let's see. I have yet to shop there. Will G, once you start, it's addicting. It's like being on an Amazon site. You're there all day. Oh, I didn't know they were owned by the same company. Temu and Shein?
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I did not know that. Lego from Temu. Who would have thought Temu? I don't think it's Lego brand.
It's not Lego.
It's a different brand.
Faygo.
It's a knockoff.
Yeah.
Good morning, Stephanie. Welcome in.
Like the old fake Oakleys used to get.
Fake Oakley.
The Folkleys.
Oakleys.
I got my dress for my second cousin's wedding from Shein CME, and it was good quality.
I'm impressed with that pineapple shirt I got from Temu. I mean, the color, it's bright. It's nice, bright colors. It's not like it's faded.
I bought those water filters for my refrigerator, and they were like way cheaper than like Amazon. Because Amazon wanted like $40 or $50 a piece, and I got like 2 for $20 on Temu.
Wait, your refrigerator like water filter?
Water filter for the fridge. Yeah,
they're on Temu.
Yeah, I got mine there.
Oh, I need to get on there today because
they
mine
had like 2 for $20, and that's like I said, Amazon was wanting like 40 or 50 just for one.
Mine's $59 for one, and I was about to get on there after this because the light just came on.
Yeah,
but now you told me Temu, I need to go check Temu.
Check it out.
Yeah, I didn't even think they would have them, but thank you. Yeah, I'll check that out because my light's red. I need to go.
Mine was red for a long time. I didn't know where the filter was until just recently.
Yes, I do still building on Lego Space Battleship. It will be my centerpiece for my gaming home theater room. Warmstrong Z, you have been building that for 5 years. I think he has been. That's all he talks about. I've never seen him building it.
It's a long process,
Z, why don't you do a video of you building that? Get some content out there.
You can't rush perfection.
Yeah, but he could do a video of him building it. People will watch it. Get some views on that, Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, time lapse. There you go. What area of Maryland do you live, Clock?
I'm in Southern Maryland, Solomon's Island. He was asking if I was driving down to NOLA, but I'm flying because we're going in Thursday night. So my wife's never been there, so I told her I'd take her around. They got a lot of breakfast places, and my wife likes breakfast, so I'm gonna take her to a different breakfast place each morning.
Has she been on Carnival before, Clock?
Yeah, her and I both went on the Pride twice.
That's cool. And then if you do the booze cruise next year out of Tampa, is she going on that, or is that just you?
Yeah, she's going on it. We'll have to see after this one because she's a little uppity on the ships nowadays. She
Yeah, but the Glory is just like the Paradise, isn't it? Isn't it very similar? It's an older, smaller ship.
Paradise is smaller than Glory.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think there's only
So
two ships
she's-
left that are like Paradise.
So
I know she's going to freak out
uppity.
because she's going to have to put a
she's-
patch on.
Yeah, and if she doesn't, if she's uppity and likes these bigger ships, she might not like the Glory, and then she might say no to the Paradise. Better be careful.
We'll see.
Better be careful. I don't know. I think we were spoiled because when we first cruised together, neither one of us had cruised in a long time, and we went on Oasis as our first cruise, the Oasis of the Seas, and that sold
That'll
us.
ruin you. Yeah, that'll
It
ruin
ruined
you.
us. It ruined us because now that's all we like is the bigger. I mean, before we used to always before we cruised with our parents and stuff, we didn't know any better and did the older ships, the smaller ships. But now we're ruined.
See, I'm the opposite. I've been doing all these older, smaller cruises all this time, and then now I'm about to start doing the big ones.
Well, you've done the what the hell is that? The class under Oasis.
Quantum. Yeah.
Quantum class.
Yeah, the Ovation was Quantum. I think it's
Yeah.
over Oasis. I don't think it's. Hold on, let me look at my little cheat sheet back here. Oh no, you're right. Oasis is the top. Quantum is under the. Well, I guess it doesn't really.
It's Oasis,
So,
then
they-
Quantum, then the Freedom class.
The Ovation was the maiden voyage was April 17th, 2016, and it holds 4,905 passengers. Oasis was 2009 was the maiden voyage, and that holds 6,699.
Wow.
So Oasis is bigger than Ovation. I did not realize that. I would thought the other one was bigger, but I guess not.
So I've never been on those. Are they taller? Are they more floors up, or are they? They say they're pretty close in size, but the Oasis is just a lot wider, isn't it?
So I've been on both. So Ovation doesn't have Central Park.
Yeah.
It has 270 or whatever it's called. Is that what it's called? 270? It's
Yeah,
like
the
a,
two set all the way in the back.
and 270 has like a counter service food thing, kind of where you can get salads or sandwiches or soups, maybe pizza. I don't know if they had pizza in there, but it was like a quick service thing with drinks and stuff. And then it's linked or connected to the 270 theater where you can go in there, and they had trivia and stuff like that in there. And they don't have the boardwalk like Oasis does.
Yeah.
Right.
I definitely
So-
want to try one of those ships. I was thinking about I think
I
Ovation.
liked it.
It's up
I
here.
liked it. I mean, but see, I haven't been on the Oasis classes. That the Ovation's the biggest ship I've been on so far. So
Oh, okay.
to
I
me,
thought
to
you'd
me,
been on
to me,
Oasis.
it was really awesome because I think the biggest royal ship I had been on before that was probably Independence of the Seas.
And it did have Ovation had a bigger promenade than, and I don't even think they called it a promenade. It was something else. I don't know, but it was bigger than the one on the Oasis.
The Esplanade. I think the
Esplanade, that's what they called
Yeah.
it. Hmm. I don't remember. Did it have a Johnny Rockets? I don't remember if it had a Johnny Rockets.
You know what? I'm not sure. I know they had the little doghouse, hot dog
Uh-huh.
place, but where the bumper, the Seaplex
Yep.
was.
And they had the
Remember
pizza, the Sabaro pizza or whatever it is. Sorrento's
Yeah,
pizza.
Sorrento's, and then Cafe Promenade, and then they had the
So it
little
had a
pub.
lot of the same stuff. It's just the boardwalk in the Central Park. They
the
don't
Bionic
have.
Bar was over there. and Wonderland.
Yeah, and Oasis doesn't have Wonderland, I don't think.
Oasis does now. When they
Okay.
renovated it to put Wonderland on it, there's only a couple of Oasis class ships that have it. Oasis and Wonder both have it.
So
They're
that
making
was
another
really
one.
the only differences. Oh, and they had 2 solariums, I think. They had an adult
Yeah.
solarium and then a regular.
And then
just
then the indoor pool was right next to it, which was awesome, because it's kind of, like having 2.
Yep. So the one we're looking at for Norway is a Quantum. It's the Anthem. Yeah, Anthem of the Seas.
And the North
That's the
Star,
one.
that's kind of, I think,
Yeah.
unique to the Quantum, I think.
Yeah. We did that. Did you do it, Cruise Vet? The North
Yeah,
Star?
I did the free one.
So did
and,
we. We did the free one.
We were in Icy Strait Point that day, so I went out and did my thing there, and then came back, and it was pretty cool. I liked it. I mean, I just wish it was like I said, the whole time I was in Alaska, it rained every second. So, I mean, it was like I said, it was cool, but trying to vlog it, kind of sucked because it's hard. You keep because the video. If you look at it, you really can't see much outside the glass.
So the North Star is free when you're in port. If you're out of port, they charge you. I think it was $25.
See, I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know that you had to pay for it at any time. I thought
There's 2 different. There's the free version that's like 15 minutes, and then there's the extended one. I think is like a half hour or something where they actually swing it out on either side. The one I did, you just kind of went straight up. And back
Yeah,
down.
ours did too. Ours went straight up.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's 2. There's a paid and then there's a free. And I think that's the same with the iFly. It had iFly on there. It had that on there, and I think they had free ones, and then they had ones that you had to pay for.
I signed up for the free one, but I gave my spot away because it was like I forget what day it was, but when I got there, it was like a lot of people were trying to do it and they couldn't, and there was this couple, and the guy really wanted to go, and they told him no, and I was like, well, you can take my spot.
So, and the trick was when we first got on the ship, like the minute we were on the ship, is to open the app and get the reservations because they were gone like that. Like you had to make reservations for all that stuff. I mean, I'm sure people canceled and you could grab it later, but if there's something you really, really, really wanted to do, reserve it the minute you got on the ship. So let's see. Just kind of hopping back over to the chat here. The Gaylor said, I just turned on my AC and it's 81 in the living room. Ooh, that's warm. No, thank you. Stephanie's saying it's going to be 85 in Seattle. But Seattle is a dry heat, so 85 to me did not feel like 85. Here it's like humid and gross at 85.
Yeah. Like I said, when I went to Vegas the one year, it was like 100 or 104 one day when I was walking around. And I mean, I could walk around in Maryland. If it was 104, I wouldn't want to leave the house because it's the humidity just is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephanie, how long does it take to get an order from Temu? I would say it took us like a week. No longer than a week we had it. It wasn't long at all. A week. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. So Temu is similar to Wish. Wish did definitely take longer. It took a while to get something from Wish, but Temu we get a lot quicker.
I want to say I did one order from Wish and it took about 2 months.
Yeah. There's so much you can get on Temu that you would think you would never get on there. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. I just saw something moving out of the corner of my eye and I thought there was a bug in here. but it was my sliding glass door. It was a lizard that was at the edge of the door, but it's outside. I almost just screamed and scared all of you guys.
There's another site that I use called DHgate. I'll buy my jerseys off of there because you can do custom jerseys for like nationals or they have all the different sporting, and I can get jerseys for like $20 when a jersey's like normally $100 for any major league sport.
Yeah, I saw your post on Facebook about the sticker mule.
Yeah, so I bought Magnus this last time, but my stickers that I got off of there, these are heavy duty vinyl stickers, and if you catch their thing, they'll do 10 for $1 just to try them out.
Yeah,
and I mean you can't beat that 10 for $1.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I was checking out what they had there this morning.
I may have done a couple orders of the 10 for $1 on multiple email addresses.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Mike and Rihanna said there's so much you can get on Temu that you would think you would never get on there. Yeah. I'd like the refrigerator thing he was just talking about. I need to go check that out as soon as we get off of here. Warmstrong, a 20-year time lapse of Lego.
Yep.
Yep. Hey, Pedroza. I was actually just thinking about you yesterday. I was like, I haven't seen him in a while.
Howdy.
Yeah. Welcome in, Pedroza. Jennifer, good morning, friends. Hey.
Hello.
Where you at? What happened to you this morning?
Yeah, what happened to you this morning? You're supposed to be on here, girl. What happened? She pulled
They
Nettie
were supporting
this
me
morning.
last night, so I can't say anything.
Shame.
Night's clock. My mom's cousin lives in Maryland. One is in Annapolis and the other one is in Rockville.
I'm about an hour away from Annapolis, roughly.
Also, Ultra Quantum. What's what? I've never heard of that one. What's the Ultra?
So
Quantum?
I think that last one that came out was an Ultra Quantum, and then just Quantum. I think Quantum of the Seas, or I
Like
can't
a
remember which
Quantum.
two. It's two of them. Yeah.
Oh, it just says Quantum on here.
Quantum on steroids.
Well, no, the newest class is the Icon. Can't wait to see what that is.
I'll send videos.
I reached out for that Cruz Brothers. I submitted my stuff. They sent me an email, and I guess they're going to call me next week. So
you're going to become a TA too?
Possibly. I'm, checking into it, just looking at it. I might just use it for myself. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
Everybody's becoming a TA.
I looked into it once before, but at that time I didn't know much. I was just getting into cruising, and so I didn't really. I guess I was more interested in doing the YouTube thing at the time than messing with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of let it go.
Well, YouTube takes a lot of time to get into, and yeah, especially if you're working, to keep your hours and keep your videos going and subscribers and what is the Jewel? What class? Let me see.
I'll be on the Jewel next December.
Radiant. It's the Radiant class. Its maiden voyage was in May of 2004, and it's 2,702 passengers.
I'll be doing a 9-day cruise on that next December.
Hey, Kurt, catch you later if you're already gone or getting ready to leave.
That's the same class as the Serenade and the Brilliance, and I've been on both of those. And the Comic-Con cruise is on the Serenade, which is the Radiance. So, and that's the one that's doing. And that one, the Serenade, isn't that doing the World cruise. I think that's the Serenade, right? They're supposed
Serenade,
to,
yes.
They're
Yep.
supposed to do the, what do you call it? The
I think it
revamp.
starts in December.
Yeah, but when are they revamping it? Aren't they supposed to be doing something with it before they do the? They better, because there's not too much to do on that ship for a world cruise.
Just give them the drink package.
Yep.
The Radiant or the Brilliance and the Serenade are the type of ship that you go on for like a long weekend just to relax. There's not like a lot of activities. There's not like a lot of, I mean, it does have some of the specialty restaurants and stuff, but it doesn't have like a broad.
Kind of like Grandeur. I did
Mhm.
Grandeur this season, and they didn't have, they didn't have the flow rider and all that stuff.
Yeah, they
But,
don't
I mean,
have
they
any
had
of that
specialty
stuff.
dining. They had the casino. They had the solarium.
It's
That's
kind
about
of like being on the Pride or Paradise of Carnival. Like there's not a lot.
Right.
It's more of like you just go on there and relax, or casino cruise or something like that. There's not a lot of activity.
Well, I still had a good time.
Yeah. You just know what to expect when you go
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
there, right? Like we wanted to go one weekend, just on a long weekend, just to relax and go, to the Bahamas. Like it was just a quick thing. And that was, we knew going in, there wasn't going to be a lot of activities or anything. It was just a relaxation cruise,
I was surprised at how nice the ship still looked for being how old it was. I mean, they kept it up pretty well.
Brilliance too, Serenade and Brilliance. They both were kept up beautiful. Like you couldn't even tell really how old it was, except for the size of the ship,
So I brought up in the chat last night. I think there's a thing saying that Royal is talking about starting to do the renovations again, starting in 24. So I think it's just, I think they're going to focus on the ones that got postponed after COVID. But I mean, I guess once they get those done, they're going to continue on some of the other ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're on Allure in May, and that was supposed to be revamped during COVID, and it didn't get revamped, which is good because a lot of the stuff on there I haven't done. Like what's the Mexican place that's on there? So if they revamp, I don't know
is it the same one?
Yeah. But if they revamp, they might get rid of it because I heard the newer ships.
No. New ones have it.
No. Let's see, but some of the stuff on there I haven't done, and I want to do before they revamp it. So that'll be cool. Leonard Family Fun. The only larger ships I've been on are the Vista once and the Liberty of the Seas once. Looking forward to Jubilee. Think I will like larger ships, but get me a ship, I'll be okay. Yeah, seriously. If I'm on the water, I'm fine.
Exactly.
Yep.
So I was just on Liberty, and the Liberty compared to an Oasis class ship, there's really no comparison. Oasis is so much better, so much bigger than Liberty. It isn't funny. I mean, it's it's night and day difference.
I just like the Central Park. Like that's what I missed on the Quantum class was the Central Park. Because I like to go sit out there at Park Cafe in the morning and have my breakfast and coffee outside with the birds chirping, and that's what I missed on the Quantum. Because I really liked Central Park, especially in the morning. And we actually got, when we're on the Allure, we got the Central Park balcony. So that'll be kind of cool. I've never had a balcony on an Oasis ship. So that'll be.
I got it on the Harmony in January 25 on the Tropical Lakes Hot Group Cruise. Because I ended up getting that balcony for $1,400. Couldn't beat that.
Ooh, guess who showed up? Ta-da!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
How are y'all?
Speak of the devil.
Morning. Yes. So question for you, Clock, real quick. When you had the Central Park balcony, did you hear like all the jazz music since they moved the jazz music out of the bar inside and moved it outside?
You didn't listen to me, Sherry. I said I don't have it until January of 25.
Ah, okay.
Ooh.
Got it.
Ooh.
Yeah, because they closed the Jazz Bar and made that a non-smoking casino. So I was wondering if you could hear it like from your balcony now that they moved it.
So you see on, I've been doing so much training on Royal. I can't remember whether it's on Icon or whether it's on Utopia. The jazz, they actually have a jazz bar in Central Park now.
Oh.
So it's actually one of the venues in Central Park.
Oh, so it's not outside, it's an indoor. Oh, okay. I thought it was like out in the park.
It's open though. The whole front of the place is open to Central Park.
Oh, that's cool.
So I
That's
think you
cool.
can sit in Central Park and still listen to the people.
So you could probably hear it from your balcony too then.
Yeah.
I'm wondering though in the morning they probably don't have that where they have the birds and stuff.
Yeah, I got upgraded to a balcony on the Harmony of the Seas on a little casino offer. It was for an ocean view, but the guy was like, well, for $40 extra, we'll give you a balcony. So I was like, I mean,
If you must.
you're pretty much
Yeah.
forcing me to do it at that point.
Yeah.
So
I
Don't
never
twist
got
my
on
arm.
Harmony when it was here. I kind of wish I did. But that's okay because I'm going to win the 1 point whatever billion dollars in the Mega Millions since nobody won. And
Oh, they didn't.
I'll be
iron
able
ship.
to. Yeah. What did you say, Clock?
I was wondering if anybody won it or not because
Nope, nobody
I forgot to
won.
buy my tickets yesterday. So they went in and
Still
held
have a
it for me.
chance.
Yep.
I forgot my tickets too. So, Clock, we're still in it.
Yeah. It's up to 1 point something billion dollars now.
Oh, I don't know if I could use that.
That's
I gotta
guaranteed.
say, we love a hole in the wall breakfast place. Also, just watch Guy F and Nola eating for breakfast. Yeah, I love little mom and pop hole in the wall breakfast places.
Us too.
Now, NOLA has a lot of breakfast places that you think are hole in the wall, but they're actually chains like Ruby Slipper. There's several of those, and then there's, of course, Cafe Du Monde and Cafe Beignet. I told my wife I'd take her to a couple different ones, so we're probably going to hit each one of those just so I can compare the Cafe Du Monde and the Cafe Beignet beignets.
Have you had the beignets at Disney?
I have not.
Mm-mm. I haven't either.
I was just going to see how they compare to there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
No,
heard
I
they're
ended up
good
getting
there, but I
chocolate
haven't.
ones from Cafe Beignet. Yeah, Du Monde is the one I haven't been to. Cafe Beignet is the one that Have Luggage Will Travel took us to, and they were good. And I ended up getting chocolate on them, like chocolate syrup put on them, and I wish I didn't. The beignet would have been good without. I think it would have been better without the chocolate syrup.
No, I understand that.
Let's see. Pedroza's looking forward to Scratch and Pete's Italy series. Yes, I can't wait either. That's coming, I think. Is it tomorrow? I don't remember now. I'd have to go back and look. It's coming soon, though. Keep a lookout for Scratch and Pete. Reza, good morning.
Good morning.
It's almost afternoon. We're almost there.
Morning.
Mustard Drill. I've been on Anthem many times. Great ship. Yeah, it's supposed to be just like the Ovation. So if we do Norway, that's probably what ship we're doing is the Anthem.
I'm pretty sure Anthem's the one that's up here. Out of
I can't
A&E.
say if, when. I'm hoping to see the Northern Lights on my cruise. Where are you going? Where's he? Is he doing Alaska? Pedroza? We didn't see it. We missed it by a week. I guess somebody on the one before us, they saw the Northern Lights. So we missed it.
I hope we can see them on ours.
Hey, Peter Dell. Welcome in.
Howdy.
Howdy.
They are asking Scratch and Pete when does he leave for Italy? Stephanie, I love our rain. It didn't rain when we were in Seattle at all. I was surprised. We didn't get any rain there. Scratch and Pete leaves next week. We will be on the lookout, Scratch and Pete. I'm
That
so
is
excited for you.
exciting.
No. Welcome in, Althea Taylor, Natural Life.
Welcome in.
Welcome in. And let's see. Scratch and Pete. Mike and Rihanna are talking about Scratch and Pete. That's going to be an awesome trip. Asking how long he's going to be there for. And he's saying a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's even better.
Main reason to visit my family in southern Italy. Ah, that's going to be
That is
nice.
awesome.
I wish I could go to Italy for a couple weeks.
And he's
That'd be
visiting
awesome.
they're visiting
visiting family.
You can.
Mhm.
You might not have a job when you get back, but
Yeah,
you can go.
I know. And I might not have anything left in my bank account either, but
That's what I was thinking.
Who needs money?
Yeah.
so Pedroza said he's been there and he really enjoyed Naples. That's cool. Gator, who's instigating?
It's the gecko, probably from on your door.
Oh yeah, the gecko. Yes,
But we all
yes,
know
yes.
that Sherry is an instigator, no matter what everybody says.
Yeah, she automatically went there,
Guilty conscience.
right?
Yep.
Bye, see me traveling. Have a great day. The muster drill, Sherry. Do those little geckos ever get in the house? Well, not where I am now. We haven't had one, but growing up in my parents' house, we had a few because they have a pool, so they're always out in their little patio area, and they've gotten in the house. But I don't think they bite. I mean, I don't.
Do y'all
I
have
don't
like
know.
the neon green frogs?
Mm-mm.
We have them, and they like to hang out by my door and like fling in my hair and stuff as I'm leaving. That's a whole new level. Sherry.
Those are the type you take and you lick them, and they
No.
give you a buzz.
They're like about that big. They're like a bright green with a white stripe around them. But they're they like to fling into me.
Now, we don't have those, but we have the ones that you have to really watch your dogs. The bullfrogs or something.
Oh yeah,
Because if your dog licks them, they'll die. Like they
Yeah.
have some
What?
type of something that they
Man.
spray out or something. If your dog licks them, it stops their heart.
yeah.
Like you got to rush
Yeah.
your dog to the vet as
I
soon
think we
as
have
possible.
them here in Texas too. They have to get in the water bowls.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you have to really keep an eye on your pet.
Yeah, we that's why we kind of feed the stray cat because she kind of keeps the frogs at bay.
Yeah, they're dangerous. You got to really watch out. And I guess if it shoots something on a person, I don't know if it does something to the person, but definitely your animal. You're not supposed to let your animal near them.
And we went from beautiful Italy talk to geckos and frogs. Boy,
Killer frogs.
So
Yeah,
you
go on,
say that,
Tom.
Mike. My brother-in-law had a frog. I wish I'd have to talk to him to get the name, the type of frog, but it's got a mouth on it. Like it's only a frog like this big, but it had a mouth on it like this big, and it ate mice. They
What?
actually had to feed it mice.
Dang.
When it opens its mouth, it was like razor sharp teeth all the way around it.
And it's a frog?
It's a
Huh.
it's a albino frog. It's totally white. It would blend in with different things that you put in the cage. But it's pretty neat.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be having a cautious eye when I see frogs now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to watch out. There's certain frogs that aren't so
He had
nice.
it for years, but then it passed away like last year, I think. But I mean, I think he had it for
is it the cane toad?
probably 9 years.
We had a cane toad,
Yeah.
and he was I don't know how we ended up with him. We had him when we were younger, my brother and I. He was actually my brother, and he would eat like. Well, we never fed him mice, but he would eat all. You would put something in there, and he would just like instant. And he had like this coolest like sound. But they will bite you too if you get your.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to go then. I can't be having
Yeah, they're.
frogs in my house.
Yeah,
Snakes
I had to
that
look-
bite,
No.
frogs that bite. No, thank
No.
you.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he. I don't know how my brother ended up with him, but they get big, like the size of your palm or bigger if you have them long enough.
Rats, mice, you can keep
Yeah,
all
we
that
never
stuff.
fed him
I don't
mice.
want. I don't
I'll be
want
having
none
some
of that.
frog
I just
legs.
sent him a text
It
to
bit
see
me.
what kind of frog it was.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when we were younger, I can't believe my mom let us have animals like we did. We had all kinds of wild things.
What's that noise?
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's my work computer. Something just.
It's Saturday.
It's back. He brought
No,
friends.
it's doing some type of update or something. I was like, what's that ding? All right. Back in the chat here, we have Bama Nola's doing a premiere at 7:04 Central Time tonight.
All right.
We're gonna try to be there.
Yes. No, we're not going to be there. You're going to be on your live tonight, Jennifer.
Ah.
That's right.
Oops.
Yeah. Awkward.
Be there in spirit, Bama. No, I'll have another tap for Bama.
We'll watch you in the replay, Bama. And just for the people that are new coming in here, since we last talked about this, we are doing a show tonight from 6 to 9. Jennifer, you better show up. From
That's
6
the day.
to 9 tonight. Each hour we'll be bringing on a channel that's under 1,000 subscribers, and we're going to highlight their channel. And each one will be on for 1 hour. You can ask them questions. You can ask us questions. We're going to talk about our channels too and introduce ourselves for the newer people. And Clock and I have the links pinned to the top of our channels. So make sure you click on that bell. And if you are interested and you have under 1,000 subscribers and you want to be in the one next month, make sure you contact one of us. Clock, you want to drop your email or you have it on your thing. And reach out to one of us. I know my email is in my About Us tab on my YouTube page. So if you're interested and you want to highlight your channel in the next month, I think it's August 29th or somewhere towards the end of the month. It's a Saturday from 6 to 9. Let us know and we'll put you on the schedule. But anyhow, click on the link for the bell for tonight and hopefully Jennifer shows up. She forgot about it.
I didn't forget. My days are running together. I will
Okay,
be there. I'm excited for this.
so Will G
Mike, you
is
want to do the
asking
show
you.
one at some point?
Yeah.
Do
What?
what?
Get on there.
What
I
was
said,
that?
Mike, do you want to do the show at some point?
Possibly.
Yes, he does.
I'll have to check with my receptionist and clear my
yeah.
schedule.
Yes, he'll be there.
I'll have my people get with your people. And,
Well, I qualify for the show. I'm under 1,000 subscribers.
oh, yeah, I'm way under. So
We'll get you there. Both of you.
I don't know. I lost like 6 subscribers last night.
How long
Will-
watch hours?
Will, what did I say? It was 26. What did I say I was this morning? Clock.
Oh, the hours?
Yeah, I'm at
26:50.
26:54.
Yep.
26:54.
That's amazing.
So 13:46.
Mike, where are you going on the Jewel?
I'm getting on in Galveston, and it's a 9-day cruise, and it's basically the perfect cruise out of Galveston because it hits every one of the little main ports you always hit out of Galveston. So Belize, Roatan, Costa Maya, Cozumel, Progresso, all rolled up into one. So I'm going to check that out.
Have you rented a golf cart in Costa Maya yet?
No, I have not done that.
Good time.
Actually, I've
Pretty
never
cheap.
actually been out of that little the little port area. I always just kind of hang right in there.
We took a
Gotcha.
cab down to one of those to the beach down there and did some all-inclusive thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie
That's
was
the frog right
that's
there.
the frog.
Oh.
It's called an albino Pac-Man.
Okay,
Oh.
Huh.
those are cool.
Well,
I don't need a
Pac-Man.
frog.
Nah, not ones that bite and kill people and dogs.
Mm-mm.
Kill
I'm
people.
good with a dog, and that's it. It's enough to take care of. Clock is close to his. He is at like 30 hours or something, right, Clock?
Yes, 33 hours.
It's right there.
And I need like 1,400 hours. So if anybody would like to play some of my playlist, go right ahead. Support list. Let's call it support list. You can support me.
So based off what I have right now in the analytics, today I should have 16 and a half more hours hidden. And then tomorrow I should have 47 hours hidden from yesterday. So I should definitely be over. And then I got this live today and I got the one tonight. So I should be well over the hours by the end of the day today.
And I played some of your playlists last night, Clock. I did your Disney one and I did your Wyndham. Do you have a Wyndham one? Is that right? I did the Wyndham one. I played both of those, and the night before I did a bunch of your lives. I did a playlist on your lives. So
And I was on your live really late last night.
I appreciate it.
Andrew and I both were.
Yep. I talked to
So
Andrew a little bit.
hopefully you're there today. You might already be there now.
I think so. Tonight.
Yep.
So then you guys can stop watching Clock and move over to me and Embarkation Nation and Cruise Vet and give us some live hours, watch hours. Rock the Boat. Hello and welcome in. Oh, and I know Mike and Rihanna need some hours too. So if anybody could hop over there and watch some of their stuff too and give them some hours. They're close to their 3,000 too. So move on their way. Let's see.
Hey, I know her.
Let's see. I'm just scrolling down. Everybody saying hi. Danny D is going to Chicago September 22nd weekend to see her big bro, his girlfriend, and meet her parents and dog for the first time. Talking about going to a Cubs game. It's only $185 for 5 of us in good seats.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I went to Chicago like 5 or 6 years ago for the first time, and I went in May, and it was freezing.
I've never been to Chicago.
Danny, that's my birthday weekend. My
I
birthday's
love
the
Chicago.
23rd.
Oh, that's the week next year. That's the week before. No, we go to Utopia the week before that. Yeah.
Week after.
I was thinking dates. I'm like, wait a minute, when is it?
Yes, the
The
13th to the
16th.
20th.
Oh. I was thinking the 16th, 13th. Yes. Got it. But yeah, no, it was freezing when we were there. So make sure you take a jacket. September might be a little chilly there, Danny D. So make sure you take a jacket, especially for the Cubs game, because we went into the stadium and that wind in the stadium is all over the place. It was cold.
I was there in June and it was still cold.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Maybe
make
that's
sure
why I
you
need
take
to
a
move.
jacket.
I'm over this heat.
Well, you better have a good pocketbook for Chicago because Chicago's expensive.
Well, then never
It's a
mind.
big place.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Never been.
Instigator, Mike and
There she
Rihanna.
is.
Geckos are good for eating bugs.
Yeah.
Yes, they keep the bugs out. I will agree on that one. And hello, welcome in, Scrow's Nest. Was he on till 2:00 this morning too?
He was.
Well, he's behind 3 hours, so really it was what 11 his time
Yeah.
or 2 hours. He might be 2 hours behind us.
He had
I think
some
it's
good questions last
3
night.
hours. I can't remember.
You two rock the boat. Have a good
Have a
weekend.
good one.
Have a good weekend.
I will be at your live. Can't wait to watch the raid parade after or tomorrow. Yeah, we try to find a good time, Danny D, but there's people live all the time, so we had to cut over somebody. It sucks,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. You can never find a time where no one is on.
Right.
You just have to do it.
Yep. We are at 162 hours away from 3,000 watch hours. We'll run both Clock and Sherry's playlists. Thank you, Mike and Rihanna. Very, very, very much.
Thank you.
Law Jones. So how does the watch hours work? How many hours literally watched multiply by how many people there? So, and this is a good question. And also just to explain, so if I'm doing a live right now, everyone's not sharing the watch hours. It's whoever is in your channel is watching your actual channel is getting the watch hours. It's not the whole group is getting. If there's 14 people all total in all of our channels, it doesn't mean 14 people are getting divided among all of us. It's whoever is in your actual channel that is watching and has the volume on. You have to have the volume at least up one notch for it to catch. But
Yeah, like
I
right
don't
now
know.
I have 4 people in mind, so I would get for an hour I'd get 4 hours. As long as everybody has the volume on and all that stuff.
And they're in there for the full hour, right? Or how does that
Yes.
work? Or does it?
Yes. But if somebody's in there for 4 minutes, it would add it all up. I mean, it's all based off of how much time each person's in your room. So
YouTube is smart too.
And that's why I went back and played some of your lives, because that's where you're going to get the most time than your content right now is your lives. That's why I went back. That's the first thing I did was replayed some of your lives, because if I'm on there a whole hour, you're at least getting 1 hour of time, right?
Right.
On the replay. So good question, Law Jones. That's because a lot of people don't understand the multi-streaming thing. They have to actually be in your channel and have to be in there the full hour for you to get the full. A lot of people think it's divided among all whoever's on the panel, but that's not how it works.
Yeah.
and that's why once I get my hours, I'll join them if they want me to join the panel, but I'm not gonna stream it out to my audience. That way it doesn't dilute anybody from getting the hours.
Because you can see your view count, like after the live, and I only get the views that people actually were on my stream.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's fun, Jennifer. If you go with Chloe to the aquarium, it's pretty nice and big.
Okay.
You should
Chloe
do
loves
it,
aquariums.
Jennifer. Mm-hmm. You know who else has a good aquarium is Atlanta. If you've ever been to Atlanta, their aquarium is awesome.
I have seen Megs at Seas videos on the aquarium there, and it looks amazing.
I bet she's got the aquariums covered.
Yeah.
And it's their aquarium is right next to the Coca-Cola Museum. If you go in there, that's awesome too. How they make the soda and it's cool. Yeah, they have a whole museum for Coca-Cola there. It's kind of cool.
And that's in Atlanta?
It's right next to the aquarium.
Okay. My wife
Downtown.
She was a Coke collector. She used to.
Oh yeah, they have a huge Coca-Cola store in there. It's bigger than the one at Disney Springs. Yeah.
So y'all could go when you go to Helen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should go when you do Helen. But The problem is though you're driving, so Helen is going to be before you get to Atlanta. You still have to go another hour and a half south to get to Atlanta from your direction.
I got you.
But if you have an extra day, it's something to do. Because Helen's more north than Atlanta, and you're coming from the north, so you'd have to go a little further south. Law Jones was at your late night, 4 hours last night. Did you get 4 hours credit for that?
I'm
you
sure I
wouldn't know
did.
till tomorrow. Yeah, you would. It shows up 48 hours
Well,
later.
Yeah,
So.
48
Like I
hours
said, when I
later.
look at my analytics, it shows that I had.
In Law, were
47
you only in his channel, or were you in, like, you had to physically be in his channel, not Eddie's channel or not Mustard Drill's channel? You had to be in Clock's channel the whole 4 hours.
So I got 47 hours yesterday. Now, when it went over past midnight, those hours got put on till today. So I may have had like 2 hours. If you were in there for 4 hours, I may have had 2 hours yesterday and then 2 hours today or something like that. But yes, I definitely had. I'm definitely getting credit for it because I had 47 hours from last night.
Are you going to come on and let us know once you've hit your
Get my thing?
4,000 hours and
I'm sure I
Watch
will.
party.
get the pretty email?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I will.
Do a big
A
celebration.
big celebration. You gotta have balloons behind you. And
Balloons.
Yeah. Gotta have the balloons.
They're all behind this curtain right here. I just gotta.
oh, okay. Just waiting.
That would actually be cool if you're doing a live and you hit that 1,000, like, you know, when they post your hours at like 12 or 1 in the morning and you're on a live and you watch your hours and all of a sudden it goes bling, bling, open the blinds and all the balloons come flying out. That'd be actually
Yeah,
cool.
like
Yeah.
you won.
Yeah,
Not so much.
cool.
Release some doves.
Yeah.
Throw some right.
Smoke machine.
Currently 3 hours difference between us and the East Coast. Okay. That's what I thought. Because you guys don't change. So it all depends on everybody else's change is when your hours is the difference. Because I think it's Arizona. They don't change at all, right?
Did they have they passed the thing saying that we're not going to change anymore?
I thought they passed it a couple of years ago and we're still changing. So I don't know.
No, they said it when we changed this last time, but it was still up in the air on whether or not we were going to change or what the deal was. So it'd be nice to know.
Ooh, wait a minute, guys. Stop the presses right now.
Uh-oh.
Put your thumb up if you're ready to come up.
Uh-oh.
I'm nervous.
He's awake.
Oh, wow.
I've been awake.
He's
I was
been in
expecting some breaking news this morning. So I've been up a long time.
Hey, Bill.
How's everybody doing?
The breaking
Good,
news
good.
might come at 12, 1 o'clock
Mm,
tonight in the morning. Is that what breaking news you're looking for? Or what
I
are you
don't
talking
think
about?
so.
Different breaking
Mm.
news.
we have to talk about that later.
Oh.
I like
Okay.
that blue, Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Had to make sure I had a
It's
clean shirt on
copyrighted.
today. I couldn't have a hoodie. Couldn't have the same color purple I had on yesterday. Huh? Let's
No.
go
That's
do
right.
something different.
That's
So,
going
right.
live
yeah.
every day. I'm having to like really pay attention. I'm used to. I
I
mean, it's not
really-
like I wear the same dirty shirt, but I'm really paying attention.
I really do. I mean,
this is
again,
blue.
I,
I wore a black tank top the other day. This is navy blue. So it's a different shirt.
Cruise
sure.
Vet and Clock are like, what are y'all talking about?
I've worn the same thing 7 days in a row now. It's my
I
lucky
may do
hour
that.
shirt.
I may see if I can see how long I can go before somebody points it out.
Yeah.
Oh, they notice.
Yeah, they'll notice. Will G used to go to Corpus Christi Aquarium a lot when the kids were little. You been to that one, Jennifer?
Yes, we love that one. They've got they just actually opened a whole new little water park area there that we haven't taken Chloe to yet because it's been so hot. And they have this cool Caribbean area with the sharks. Oh yeah, the dolphins are there and they do like a show. It's really really cool.
I love aquariums.
Not supposed to change this fall. That's my
I
favorite
thought
one.
it
is
was
the fall
Eddie
back.
the way you were saying. What was Eddie clock? You know what she
When you
says?
brought, I think she's talking about when you brought the Warm Strong one.
Oh man, she sounded like she was disappointed it was me. Oh man, Danny. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
I see Eddie enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say we saw Eddie hours last night. We never get
It
to
is
see Bill
pouring
anymore.
down rain with the sun out right now. I was like, I think I hear rain. And I look over, and it's like pouring, but the sun is out. See, it's not dark in here.
Oh, and like an old wives' tale or something that means it'll rain again tomorrow.
I don't know, but it's pouring. So I guess I made the right decision not doing the beach today.
I shall get like a tropical like it's not a storm or anything like that. It didn't get organized, but like a juicy weather event, I think is what I read.
Juicy weather.
Here?
Mm,
Yeah, in
Juicy.
Florida.
Here? Oh, maybe.
moist.
I would follow another. It's like Mike's weather page or something like, and he was talking about the juicy weather event happening in Florida right now.
well, I wanted to talk to Sherry because somehow she thinks Seattle has a dry heat. Seattle has to be like the wettest city in the United States.
Well, I mean,
It-
Florida didn't have humidity like we have here. I thought it was dry.
It rains. It rains
Okay.
300 days of the year in Seattle.
Yeah, it's like the raining.
Okay,
city
well,
or
it wasn't
something.
raining when we were there. So maybe we just got lucky. And it was weird because it was like cool, like short sleeves. And then 2 minutes later, you'd walk a little further and it's like you had to put a jacket on. And then 5 minutes later, it was hot again. Take it back off. Then you walk through another pocket and it was the weirdest thing. I don't know. We don't have that here. It's
Clock.
either hot or cold.
Clock. My
Whichever.
mother-in-law called me the other day, 2 days ago. She was like, "Do you know the hotel arrangements yet for Seattle for the Alaska cruise?"
You all with your booking hotels 10 years out.
I was
Thank
like,
you, Clock. Thank
that
you.
hotel might not even be there anymore.
she was like, "I just was trying to get organized and planned." I said, "Me too." I said, "Actually, I had some friends." They were like, "That's 2 years
That
away."
hotel done changed names 3 times.
I felt like I had validation.
Hey,
So-
hey, Clock. They keep asking me, where are you staying at for the booze cruise? That's 3 months away. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a hotel down in New Orleans somewhere for me.
How do
You
you
start
Well,
back
I'm not
again,
that bad
or-
because I have been in places where, like, there's been a couple times here lately where I wanted to go book something, and actually, the vloggers cruise, I got screwed on because I waited till the last minute because I didn't even book it till the very end. I wasn't going on the vloggers cruise, and then all of a sudden I talked the wife into letting me go, and I went to book, and the group rates that they had were only good till January 1st. I went on there on January 2nd and said,
Aw.
"Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and book my room." They're like, "Yeah, all those rates that we had, yeah, those no longer valid. They
right?
stopped on January 1st." I'm
Aw.
like, man. So luckily, Eric B, Traveling Adventures with Eric B, he wanted to go down there and hang out with everybody. So he and I split a room at the DoubleTree.
Oh, sweet.
So yep,
Well,
worked
that
that
would be
way.
a good question for everybody in chat. When do you book your hotel for your trip? Like, do you book the trip and pay for all that first, and then like a month later, do you book your hotel, or do you wait
I'm
till you're a
like
month
Bill.
out?
I book it last minute because all these hotels now have gotten smart and they now charge cancellation fees and crap. And I don't want to pay none of that. Or you have to pay more to be able to
that's-
cancel.
That's
I
the other
don't-
thing I look for is if they don't charge any fees or whatever, I'll book it way ahead of time
Right.
and I'll just keep watching the prices and stuff.
Right.
But if they're going to charge me a cancellation fee, then I'm not going to book way ahead of time because who knows? Everybody might come up and say, "Hey, we're going to stay at this place instead of that place." Then I'm kind of screwed if I want to cancel and change over with everybody else.
And I don't know. I think maybe I probably get this from my parents too, because I remember we stayed in Galveston one time in our hotel. Like, I think I told Bill this. Like our hotel, like we had one of those external doors in the hotel in Galveston, and somebody was trying to break into our hotel room, and I was a kid, and I remember this, and so we never stay in a hotel if it's got like outside doors, like that's a no. Like I'm very picky about it, so maybe that's why I'm like, I get like, no, I have to know it.
Is
Is that
that-
Motel 6?
Is that
That would
considered
do
a motel
so.
when their doors on the outside? What's the difference between a hotel and a motel?
I think it is now a motel and a hotel. I think it's Motel 6. I think he's right.
Did they leave the light on for you?
Oh, I don't remember that. I just remember that event. So I'm just saying, like, I'm like, it has to have inside doors. There's criteria for my hotel.
There is, but the thing is, and it might be different, but a lot of the Disney hotels have outdoor entry into the
I
room.
know,
And
I don't like that.
But I feel really safe at Disney because you have to go through a guard to even get into those hotels. Like you can't just drive in.
Disney's a little different, but I've stayed at some sketchy hotels or motels before because
No, I have
we
too.
need
But
to
I'm just
test
saying
the value of
Disney.
the hotel.
Disney, you have a guard that's at and there's a gate there. You have to give your name and all that to get in. Like
They
I feel
also,
comfortable at their outdoor hotels, but some of these sketchy ones, you're right, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
and we've stayed at Pop Century where it has the outside door, and you know we were fine. But you know Disney comes once a day and like checks your room, right? Like security will come in, open the door, see if you're there.
Yeah, they did that ever since that thing happened in Vegas with that
Yep.
guy. Yeah.
Every day a security or somebody will come into the room and check it.
Like a
Wow.
suicide type watch thing, or
They don't really go through your
What is
stuff,
that?
but they just make sure that you don't have like weapons laying on the bed and everybody's, you know, alive and well.
I think that hotel in Vegas where it happened, I think they do that too now where all that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that.
now, did y'all read this article? I seen the article heading, but I did not read it. I heard somebody jumped off the Contemporary the other
Yes.
day.
There was a suicide. I didn't know they jumped off. I just heard there was a suicide.
The hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
In
saw
Vegas?
it this morning. No,
No,
at Disney.
Contemporary's at Disney. That's
Oh,
the one.
okay.
If you get on the tram, it goes through the
Yeah.
hotel.
Yeah, I saw that this morning, but I didn't read it. I just saw that somebody died or passed away or
Yikes.
suicided. And
Hmm.
oh, Danny came in. He's like, "Why do you have this?"
Andrew's very interested in that.
I was showing our friends your Lego set from Temu. That's what I was doing. You can put it
I
back.
Wanted
in
to
them.
see, wanted to see whether it was worth it, Danny.
Yeah, I want to see if it was worth it or not. How much was that? He walked away. He don't want to be on the live. How much was that?
The car was, I want to say around $13-14, and the Ghostbusters were another 7 or 8.
Okay, so the car was like 13 or 14, and then the little Ghostbusters
Yeah.
were like 7 or 8. Were they a piece or
Still
was it
way
a set?
cheaper than Lego.
That was two sets.
Oh, he said these were 2 sets.
Okay.
The Ghostbusters.
That was on Temu.
Yep.
Temu. hmm
It was all under $20.
He said it was all under $20 for the whole thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, he walked in. He's like, why is this
You
here?
hear that, Z? You can get your Legos from Temu.
Yeah,
He has
Z.
he has enough already. From what I can gather, he has enough.
What's not supposed to change this fall?
The time.
Not
Time.
supposed- Oh, okay.
And that fall
Yeah,
back is my favorite one. Like you could take the spring forward.
Huh.
So if it's not
Yeah,
going to
good hour
change
that
now,
weekend.
is it going to be the darker later or earlier? If it doesn't change now, what are we
I
stuck
mean, what
with?
it is right now is darker later.
Right. And in the fall you fall backwards so that we have more light in the afternoon.
So, come December time, is it going to be light at 6 o'clock or dark at 6
It's
o'clock?
gonna be dark at 4:30.
Well, we don't get 4:30 dark. We get like 6 o'clock dark.
So you'll be dark at 5.
It'll be 4:30. You're used to the spring ahead.
And fall backwards.
Oh, right. Oh, you're right. My bad. Because we're gonna be. Yeah, you're right. So
We don't get dark here in the winter at 4:30. We get dark at like 6. In the summer, we get dark at like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
It's going to stay to that. So
It's gonna stay. Mm-hmm.
it's going to be lighter later. So when you're trying to go to sleep at night and it's still light outside, in my case, because I get up so damn early in the morning.
Okay, well, I like that because I don't like when it's dark in the morning and I can't wake up. I guess that's not going to, I guess that is going to be the case. It's going to be
dark in the morning because it didn't get dark till later.
I don't like that. I don't like when it's dark. I can't wake up. Breaking news. It's Bill.
Womp womp womp.
Scrow's Nest. Only the Navajo reservation changes their clocks in Arizona. They're up in the Four Corners area.
Yes.
Yeah, that threw me off because I stayed in Laughlin, which is right across the river from Arizona. So like every time I would step out of the hotel or go across the river into Arizona, the times was changing. I was, not knowing what time it was constantly.
Yeah. I want to say we went there when we were in Vegas and it was confusing us because we'd go over the time zones and it messed us up the one day because we were like, oh, we had this much time before we need to get back. And then we went 10 miles down the road and we'd lost an hour. I'm like, oh, crap. We didn't take into account for this. So
How you get peer runners.
Yeah. Sounds like an experience.
I have been a peer runner.
I wonder what happens. Do they do? I guess they don't do. Well, I guess when you're on ship time when you go to these countries, right? Because I was like, do they do fallback? Because if it happened on one of those days, how does that work? If you're on a cruise when there's that time change,
I don't think they change the time. It's just a matter of they're just in a different time zone. So unless you stick to ship time, then
well, that's what I'm saying. If
caught.
you're on ship time, let's just say you pull into a port the next day, right? And you're on ship time, and the ship left out of Port Canaveral at 4 o'clock, and now you're fall back or whatever. Well, now I guess we don't have to worry about this because we're not going to have it anymore. But did they change their clocks during your actual cruise?
Ship time is world time. I don't care what time. It could be 3 o'clock on the island, but 11 o'clock on the ship. It's 11 o'clock. So
yeah.
I get that. I get that, Bill. But what I'm saying is, if you're in the middle of your cruise week, right? Do they do the time change on the cruise? Is what I'm getting at. Do they, like, if you leave out of Port Canaveral and they fall back a night you're on the cruise, do they actually fall back on the cruise, or do they wait till that itinerary is over?
Well, no, they actually when I did the Trans-Pacific cruise, we changed time zones about 8 times. So they would tell you the night before that, hey, we're falling back an hour. I mean, our sleep was all messed up. So if you're on the ship and it's that long, if you're doing a shorter cruise, ship time is going to always remain ship time because you're just going right back to the same port. But on the longer cruise lines, the Trans-Pacifics, the Transatlantics, where you're not coming back to the same port, they'll go through the time zones. As a matter of fact, when we crossed the date line, going to Australia, I lost a day because they're a day in the future. So I literally, like, it was Thursday and then whatever time it was, and now it's Friday. So it was all messed up, and
yeah.
I want to say Alaska, we changed a time at one point on our Alaska cruise. I want to say, but.
Now I know one of these. I want to say the Vloggers cruise was like, it was only a 7-day cruise, but we went back and forth so many times. We ended up having to change our ship time like 4 times during a 7-day cruise. It was we were all commenting on how that's the most amount of times you've had to change your time on one cruise before.
I wonder why the ship would change times for like one time zone. Again, that just seemed like that would just be too confusing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was asking that question, like how they
I don't
did
recall.
that.
Yeah, I don't recall ever like on a 7-day cruise ever. I mean, we went into a different time zone, but I don't remember the ship ever changing time zone.
I meant the ship went on a different time zone, so the ship time changed to whatever the hell that was.
Yeah. I've never noticed that before. I've never noticed the ship time to change, other than when I did the Trans-Pacific cruise, where they actually physically changed the ship time. Usually, you stay on ship time. So if it's 11 o'clock now and you're in Port Canaveral and you go to wherever Cozumel, and it's 10 o'clock, well, they just told you, hey, be mindful of ship time instead of Cozumel time. I've never seen them actually. Well, we're going to change to. In other words, when they say ship time, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense to say ship time if you change every time you switch the zones. They say ship time because your time is set, and whatever zone you're in is going to be different.
Yeah.
If they actually changed, it would be, hey, be back at 11, because 11 o'clock would be ship time and Cozumel time, or whatever zone you're in. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Will G says the House still needs to pass the bill that ends daylight savings time. So I guess it hasn't passed yet. I don't know.
Let's wait till the last minute.
They
Of
do
course.
change their time, says cruising on the high seas. And Will G
As long as
says
it's not affecting their
most
raises,
cruise
they don't
lines-
care.
most cruise lines stay on ship time.
Yeah, I mean, again, it wouldn't make sense to change times on the ship, because there would be no such thing as ship time. Ship time is important because, well, that's the time we go by. But if you change when you're in Cozumel, it's like, well, be back at 3 o'clock. Okay, 3 o'clock is 3 o'clock. I'll be back. And that's why you get the pier runners, because, well, the ship time is different than the whatever time zone you're in.
Yeah.
I think the tequila plays into the pier runner.
Well, that means that too.
Throwing that out there.
That does too, but that didn't help my narrative any, Mike. So
Well, it works in conjunction, I think.
right.
The whole concept of time change started in Germany, according to the German friend.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Thanks,
that.
Germany.
Okay.
Bill, this question's for you. They do change time zones on same 7 days cruise.
That to me, that doesn't make sense. If you're coming back to the same port, it doesn't make sense, because there would be no such thing as ship time. It would be.
I mean,
be
I've
back
changed multiple times on different cruises, but that one was like 3 or 4 times on the same cruise. We went back and then forward and then back and then forward, and it didn't make any sense whatsoever. And we were like,
yeah, that doesn't make any
why?
sense, because that would. I mean, again, that's not ship time. Then it's like be back at 3, be back at 3, because we're in whatever time zone we're in. I don't know what time zone that would be, but that to me that wouldn't make sense.
They have these little cards that they stick in your
Yeah.
door, where you put your card in the door.
Yep.
They put these little card in there, and you pull it out and you read it, and it says,
Going forward an hour. Or back
some
an hour?
reason we're going forward or backwards an hour.
Really?
Well, I guess that's their liability, saying it was in your door. It's not in your door anymore, so you moved it. We told you, right? If you're late, it's on you. And what cruise line was that? That was
Well,
Royal?
Vloggers was Norwegian,
Oh,
and then
Norwegian.
I've done it several times with Royal.
I mean, I mean, and I'm trying to think. They've announced like we're going into a different time zone, but they always said, "Hey, make sure you stay on ship time."
Right.
I've never seen where, hey, we're other than a Trans-Pacific cruise. I've never seen where they said, "Yeah, we're going to keep wherever zone we're going to, we're going to go to that time." I've never heard that.
I'll bring one of them cards home next time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Welcome in, Amy Castellanos.
Howdy.
Hello.
He says they stay on that time of the home port.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm used to, and that's why they tell you, hey, when you get off the ship, make sure you're on ship time. Because if you went to a different time zone and they switched, it would be back at 3:00. So I yes, Will G, I agree with you. For a
So
seven,
I want to say one of the cruise ships I was on, they had a clock when you were walking off the ship that showed what the actual time was.
That's so you can
of
sync
the
your watch to it. That way you know what you're supposed to be going off of.
Mhm.
Now, of course, most everybody has digital stuff nowadays.
right.
It kind of doesn't help. But if you got an old style, then you can just set your watch to it, and then you know you're on the right time.
Take out my pocket watch and
Yep.
wind it up.
Your
Yeah.
old swatch
Yeah,
that
through
you
my
used
monocle.
to have back in the 90s.
that's the best one to have.
Yeah. We changed the time on the Panama Canal cruise.
Well, if you go far enough, you will change time zones. But again, was that a 7-day cruise to the Panama Canal?
Most of the Panama Canal is more than 7 days.
I mean,
Yeah, I thought
if you
the
go
Panama
far
was normally
enough,
like
you'll change.
11 or
You
12.
will.
I want to say if you leave from over here, it's a 10-day, 12-day cruise for the Panama Canal. Now, I don't know where he'd be going from,
Yeah.
but GMT. Law Jones says, in Alaska, it changed many times and I still was not always the same. That's what I thought. When I did Alaska, I could have sworn the time changed a couple times. And coming from Florida, I was already screwed up with time because it was already 3 hours behind. But then I remember them putting stuff on the bed with different
Yeah, I
times.
remember that too. I seem to remember it at least once it happened.
Yeah. It went like another hour or something. I remember.
So
yeah.
yeah, I've never seen it on a 7-day cruise coming back to the same port where they changed ship time.
Well, that was 7 days.
Yeah, and I've never seen it. We went through different time zones, and they let us know we are going to a different time zone, but never.
Maybe
ship
it
time.
depends on the cruise line. Maybe,
And it could be because again, I'm talking Carnival.
I bet say you
This is
mainly do
Royal.
Carnival, right? So maybe
Right.
that's a Carnival thing, and just stick to the same thing all the time, no matter what, so that there's no constant changing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Well, I thought that was the whole idea of ship time,
Yeah.
because it's like, I mean, you now you're asking me to really keep up with whatever time zone I'm in, and the idea behind ship time is you know exactly what time it is for this ship.
Yep.
Yeah. See, Miami to Seattle. See, they did 16 days. I can see them going far enough east where they switched time zones and then probably switched back at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we left out of Seattle and ended up in Vancouver.
Yeah.
I think they did it once. I seem to remember. I don't know. I could be wrong on that.
I'm sure you were in different time zone.
Yeah.
I would think that would confuse people. It would confuse me if I go on I'm going on Lure of the Seas in April, and if I'm so used to staying on ship time, if they tell me it changes, because that's why again, like when I went into port, I would never take my watch off of airplane mode, so my watch would always show ship time. My phone I would take off of airplane mode, but my watch I wouldn't, so I would always keep up with ship time. But if I'm staying up with local time, I should take everything off and make it everything local time, so I know what time it is. That's interesting.
So Miami to Seattle was 16 days. Wow.
Yeah, you got to go through the
Kind of
Panama
a good cruise.
Canal.
That's true. I didn't think about it. You do have to go through. You have to go through, and those locks take a while, don't they? Going through there, 'cause they gotta
Fill them up.
I've never done the Panama Canal, but my parents are doing that this year. Actually, I think that's what they're doing in November. Is the Panama Canal?
That'd be nice.
They're doing it on Princess. I think they're going on Vancouver to Hawaii, then to San Pedro. We changed times. We changed time.
Yes. If you go far enough east or west, when you go to Hawaii, because the time is so far out in front, they change times. But if you were just going to Mazatlan, Mexico, it might be a different time zone and come back. I don't think they would change it for 1 hour. I mean, again, Carnival wouldn't. But if you go to Hawaii, I mean, you're talking, a 6 or 7 hour, 6 hour difference from Pacific time. So yeah, I mean, we would almost have to, just so you can deal with the people in Hawaii.
I want to do Hawaii. That's where I want to go. I want to do the Disney, the Aulani.
I went to that resort. That resort was so beautiful.
I was going to ask what your impression was of it.
It was really nice. It looked really expensive. I just went there for the day. I had the person, Golden Girl, used to be around. I haven't seen her lately, but she had a friend out there, and she introduced me to her, and she took me there. She used to work for Disney, so she took me around the property and looked at the different lagoons that they had out there. It was so beautiful. It was. Yep. I mean, it was Disney. Disney does everything right. It may be expensive, but they do it right.
And how much was a day pass to go to Aulani? Or did
she worked there before, so I didn't have to pay a day pass.
So and I'm wondering if they even let you do that, a day pass, or you have to be a resident
I don't know.
there.
You know the right people.
Yeah. And then, so did you try the real Dole Whip there?
I did not. I forget what I had. The only thing I tried in Hawaii that was different was the spam. Spam and had like rice. They tried to make it like sushi, like musabi or something like that, which was actually kind of tasty. But I would go there. But Hawaii is Cruiser says it's pricey. It is pricey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you're echoing, Bill.
We do get a discount for travel agent stuff for that resort.
I think Andrew said that.
Yeah.
Well, and my Aunt Lisa had found some pretty good Southwest Airlines flights from like Oklahoma City to Hawaii, and it was only $200. I mean, it was very reasonable.
Hey, Jimmy, welcome in, the astute tourist.
Oh yeah, welcome in, the astute tourist.
Jimmy.
Welcome in.
I'm going to try to call today for some prices on the haunted tour for those of you on the booze cruise that are going to do that on Friday night. I know Bill said he was going to do it with us, and then Jimmy said I think he has 8 people doing it. So I think I have a list of how many people I had, but I'll try to get it all straight today.
I agree with Bill. As far as a 7-day on Carnival, the ship never changes time no matter what time the island you're visiting is on.
So maybe that's just a Carnival thing, just to keep it all simple and don't have to worry about it.
Might be just a Carnival thing. I think you're right, Bill. So Bill, question back for you for Aulani. Did you see did they have the character? Oh, I'm mute. He said 1 second. It might not be you, Bill, because you're muted and I still kind of hear feedback, so it might not be you.
You're still muted.
I didn't hear the question.
Oh, I said when you were at Aulani, did you still see the characters and stuff or no?
I did. Mickey was down there taking pictures with the family. Oh, it was so cute. It looked expensive.
Look at Jennifer's face. She's got something up her sleeve. She's thinking about. You know who goes to Aulani all the time? Not all the time. I wouldn't say all the time, but probably like once a year is Tim Tracker does the Aulani thing like once a year.
I've watched several of their videos on it. I think they've been like 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And PC Dev, I think he went too, and we watched it.
I would love to do it. I wonder how much a week is there. Like just for a regular hotel room, I wouldn't be able to afford the.
I wish Andrew was up because he looked it up. I don't remember what he said because we've thrown around prices on so many things, but he's looked it up. I think we looked at like 5 days. You know, fly in. I mean, because you got to figure out first day you fly in, you got to get time adjusted, then a
Mhm.
couple days there, and then leave.
See, that was my issue when we were supposed to go to Hawaii a couple years ago. We ended up not going because one, they still had a lot of restrictions because of the COVID stuff. Even though it was ended here, it wasn't ended there, and the flights were so kind of far between because I'd have to fly out to Vegas and do a stop in Vegas, which really hurt my feelings stopping in Vegas. But then we go from Vegas to Hawaii. But by the time we got there, it was like 11 or 12 at night on the day we were supposed to get there. So we're like, well, that's a waste of a day right there. I'd rather get there a day before and almost just pay for a hotel for one night and then go to the resort. But the flights were all messed up. And then on the way back, the same thing. We'd have to leave early in the morning, and we'd have one hell of a layover in Vegas on the way back. And we still wouldn't get home until another day, like the next day later. So for us, it was just like, I'm not sure if it's worth it because we're going to have to take off a couple extra days of work. And
Yeah, just
the
for
flight-
travel.
Yep.
And it's not an all inclusive either. Everything, it's not like, yeah, you still have to pay for your food and everything. It's just the hotel and your flights right there is expensive. And then you got the food in Hawaii is not cheap either. It's expensive.
Can
So, yeah.
Yeah, we were going to stay on
Jimmy,
the Wyndham timeshare, so
Yeah.
the place would have been paid for, but it would have been food and stuff.
So the first time we went to Hawaii was in 2004. My parents took us, and we stayed at the Outrigger, where they have like on Waikiki, where they have the Dukes, and they were kind of sold into a Wyndham timeshare there. And so we flew back the second time and stayed there at that one, and then we did I think they did Maui. I know we did Maui one year because that's where I got my tattoo. But I love, like, the flights are kind of, I mean, they're kind of long from Texas, but they're not unbearable. But I do remember it being expensive. But there's things I want to do when I go back. Like, I would love to go to, I want to go to Aulani. I would love to take Chloe back to Waikiki and you know, you guys see North Shore and all that. I don't know.
Anybody know whether there's a kind of excursion if you go on the NCL Pride of America, whether there's an excursion to take you to Aulani for the day?
I don't know, but I can ask my friend because she just booked that cruise. I'll ask her
Okay.
and see. She's the one who told me about the cruise not having a casino, and I was like, "What?" She was like, I didn't know that it was illegal until she told me to gamble in Hawaii. But,
That's probably best for me, for being honest.
So Jimmy's saying Tim gets invited to a lot. Yeah, he has a lot of followers, and they give him but they sponsor him a lot of exclusive events and stuff where he doesn't.
If you get good with Disney, so a guy that I worked with at the power plant here, his wife was a Kingdom consultant, which is a travel agent for Disney. And I mean, it's not Disney. It's just an affiliate of Disney. Anything Disney had new, they would always send them. Like every time Disney brought out a new cruise ship, they'd send them on there for the first voyage.
And that's what I think they do with him.
Yeah,
That's
free.
exactly what I think they do. Because he has so many YouTube followers that watch him. It's good marketing for them, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's how I learned about it, and I mean, I was like, okay, how do I get there?
We don't like going to Hawaii. Can't swim in those waters safely, and the waters are colder than the Caribbean. Did you go in the water there, Bill?
Yes, and I mean, again, I'm not a swimmer, so I didn't try swimming. You did have a the waves were a lot rougher, you know, looking at it. But like in Disney, Disney Resort, they had like a break, so the waves, you didn't get the full brunt of the wave. So you know, families were all swimming in the pool, and I'm not in the water, and the water wasn't bad. It's not as warm as the Caribbean in the summertime. but it would be comparable to probably Caribbean in the wintertime.
Which could be cold because I've been to the Bahamas and St. Thomas and all that in the winter, and sometimes I won't get in. It's cold.
Right.
Yeah, they got tiger sharks over there in Hawaii. I just looked up. I looked up San Antonio International Airport to Hawaii, Oahu, on Southwest Airlines. I picked a date like February 26, 2024, and it's only $659 a person to fly round trip.
That's not bad.
Not for Hawaii. Not when Boston cost me that much. I mean, not that I don't mind going to Boston, but I'm just saying. Throwing it out there.
Boston, Hawaii.
Wow.
But then again, you don't have to pay for stuff in Boston, like hotel and stuff. You'd have to pay for that.
No.
Right?
You get to stay. We have family there, so. But I'm just saying, those of you who maybe wanted to look at Southwest Airlines has Hawaii flights. $650. Anyway, I'm doing some math here.
So, Bill, would you go back there, or are you just crossing that off your bucket list that you've been there? Or
Oh no, I definitely would go back. I loved the nightlife on like Waikiki. I love the nightlife. We just didn't stay there long enough. I mean, I think I had to be back on ship maybe 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So the sun had just set and it was just getting dark, but I had to go back to the ship. Waikiki, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I walked it. I walked a long ways down Waikiki Beach because I was good. There's a volcano not too far from there, and I started heading towards the volcano, and I wound up catching like public transportation back to the ship.
I want to go visit all the sites where they filmed Jurassic Park and Jurassic World.
That's cool.
I can't remember what island it's on, but there's excursions to do that.
There is, and if you go to Koala Ranch in Oahu, you can see where they filmed other movies too, like 50 First Dates, Pearl Harbor, all, and then like what we did there is I don't remember. It's been a while since we've been there, but like they had different things you could pick. Like you could pick snorkeling, like near the Chinaman's Hat, or you could do 4-wheeling. There's just different activities, and I remember our family picked the 4-wheeling, and you could like they don't let you go through the movie sets, but you can still see where like Godzilla's footprint is and some of those things, and you get to like 4-wheel by it. There's a lot. You can see a Karate Kid's house down below, and it was really, really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
So he says go to the Maldives.
Maldives.
And then firewalkers and dancers in Hawaii are awesome sight to watch live. I'd like to do a luau. Go there and do like kind of like they do at the Polynesian at Disney. But
Right, I was about to say I went to Polynesia. I stayed at the Polynesian Hotel and they did a luau. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
They have
I don't think they do that anymore. I think ever since the C word happened, they haven't brought it back. But go on, Jennifer.
I thought somebody said that they did bring it back like within the last couple of months, but I could be totally wrong.
Maybe.
Okay, Destination Fun, we're going to need you to go check that out for us.
Right.
Vlogs are coming. I was going to say the Polynesian Cultural Center in Oahu, like on Oahu, is really, really cool. And they used to do a really neat luau. But if you're in Maui, Lahaina had a really, really neat luau. And in there, they actually like buried the pig, and like it was real cool. Lahaina is where we stayed when we were in Maui, and it was cool. It had like they had like just different things there. It was really pretty. Banyan trees, like a banyan tree park and stuff. It was cool.
Sherry, you've done Resort High at Disney?
Yes.
Okay.
They're the monorail one. Yeah.
Some people don't realize that you can go to all the resorts and not have to worry about paying anything, or that you're going to get in trouble for going to the resorts, but they don't care.
Yeah, you just park at the transportation center, and that's free. Well, no, you do have to pay to park at the transportation.
I was about to say, you can park at one of the resorts. All you got to do is tell. So normally depending upon what I'm doing, if I'm going to the boardwalk to do the boardwalk and all the ones right there, Disney's beach resort or whatever it is, and boardwalk. When you go in there to the gate, when they say, what's your business here or whatever, just say, I have a reservation at the Abracadabra bar. And they'll let you right in and park right there. It does cost you anything. So
Oh,
you can
really?
walk
'Cause
around
they
the
used to look on a list. Because we went to Ohana. We had reservations for dinner, and they actually asked me my last name and looked me up on a list.
Yeah, see, I think it all depends on how busy the resorts are too. Like if it's like Christmas week or
Right.
something like that, when it's packed, I think you'd have issues. But we go the week before Thanksgiving, and it's kind of a slower time. And as long as you go during the day for just the regular resorts that don't really have too much, then you can go in there no problem. And like I said, if you're going to boardwalk, all you have to do is say you're going to the Abracadabra bar, and they'll let you right in the park, and it doesn't cost anything. And then you can get on the Disney Skyliner right there at Epcot and do the whole Skyliner thing, and don't cost you anything. So
Yeah,
I have
there's
a lot of different tricks to free stuff on Disney.
there's a lot you can do at Disney for free at the resorts. Like, I mean, not free, but you can just hop around where you're not going into the park is what I mean. You can hop around we've done the bar hopping at the multiple hotels, and I mean, the hotels are great. There's lots to do at all of them. So, and there's different themes at all of them. Kind of like, I mean, it's not like Vegas where they do the elaborate decorating and stuff, but they all have their own little theme, like the Polynesian and the contemporary. And so there's a lot to do at Disney. But I know next Saturday, depending on weather, we are going to go to the Food and Wine Festival started. And a lot of those vlogs are already out with the different foods, which sold me on.
Yeah.
They have one I want to try, which is a pickle milkshake. They have out at the Food and Wine Festival. So I want to try
Ew.
that. So
I'll take
it's
your
a
word
little
for that one.
interesting.
Yeah, ew.
Hey, Sherry, I'm gonna jump off. That was my mom.
Okay, yeah, I'm
calling,
about to
so
cut it here because we got some errands we got to
I don't
do.
call her back in a sufficient amount of time. She'll
You're gonna get in
disown
trouble.
me or something, ground me. So, but
Uh-oh.
thanks for letting me hang out with you guys. Have a good
All
weekend.
right, bye, bye.
Bye.
The Jimmy's saying they have a monorail bar crawl. Yep, you can go to the different. Just take the monorail to the different resorts, and there's Trader Sam's. There's what's the one in the Polynesian? That's a good one. I forgot what it's called, but there's one in there. There's some all over. But all right, so I guess we're gonna cut it here. We've been on 2.5 hours, and I got some stuff to do before our tonight thing. Just a reminder, at 6 p.m. our new show starts tonight. Jennifer's not gonna forget. She's gonna show up. 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll be on from 6 to 9. Come check out some new channels and help support them. And we'll see you all later. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
See you later, everybody.
Bye bye. Bye bye.